Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 5,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Without further ado, though, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to hop right into it and start off with number 10, which I think is where Patrick Ewing probably deserves to be. Still a solid card, not quite a top tier center anymore, but definitely not bad either. 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan, so he's got pretty good size, hot spots on both corners, 24 hops, include some good interior post badges, catch, corner, sniper, downhill, as well as really good defensive badges on the interior, some good perimeter ones, as well, like a clamps and an interceptor. He's a really good rebounder, great interior defender, solid speed, good shooter, and a really solid dunker as well. Has a good jumper with jump shot 4 on quick. It's not elite, but it's definitely not bad either. It's smooth, pretty easy to green, fundamental dribble style, does not give him great playmaking, but to be fair, most of the cards on this list do not have great playmaking, and that is not something that I think is super crucial out of the center position either. I feel like this Ewing gives you a solid amount of size, just a good all-around card, gonna get the job done at a pretty high level. At number 9, we got Dikembe Mutombo, who is an elite defensive card, but does have a couple flaws. He is 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan, which is elite size, hot spots from both corners, 27 hops, include a bunch of interior badges, catch and corner specialist, quick first step, and an absolute ton of defensive badges. Needs badges like limitless spot up, blinders, deadeye, and maybe chef added to him would also add the unpluckable badge, but and limitless takeoff as well is another one I would add. Elite defensive stats, though, and elite rebounding as well as elite size. He's going to be an incredible rebounder and interior defender. 58 steal, though, is definitely an issue. Really kind of invalidates that half interceptor because he's not going to catch steals consistently. That's kind of what that steal rating controls. He's just going to get a lot of tips and things like that, which is definitely annoying. He's not going to catch those steals. Not elite speed, but not bad either. 85 shot 3 and a really good dunker. Jumper, I don't love it. It's that set shot 17 on very quick. Same release that guys like Wilt Chamberlain and Ralph Sampson have. Fundamental dribble style with the Kobe size up. Does not have elite playmaking ability, but he is a really good defender, has elite size, which is going to help him out as a masher and a rebounder as well. Release isn't elite, but with shooting badges added, he definitely can knock down the open 3. Not a bad card, but not good enough in my opinion to be higher than number 8. David Robinson is the guy that I'm going with at number 8. I'm sorry, Dikembe's number 9. D-Rob is number 8, but D-Rob is still a great card. I really look forward to his dark matter because he's still so good as an opal. His dark matter is going to be amazing. 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, hot spots from both corners, 20 hops, include drop stepper, post spin, catch, corner, and sniper. Quick first step, box, brick wall, chase down clamps, just a bunch of defensive badges as well. Doesn't need very many badges added either. You can add a deadeye, a chef, things like that, but doesn't really need badges added. Good speed as well, good shooter, and a good dunker. The release is really good. I'm a massive fan of D-Rob's release, even on quick. It's still one of my favorite big man releases in the game, and that's why I'm really looking forward to his dark matter, because that one will have more Hall of Fame badges, better playmaking ability, because right now he's not much of a playmaker. The release on very quick, things like that. That dark matter is going to be insane, likely one of the best power forwards or centers in the game, but D-Rob is still a really good center option and definitely does deserve his spot at number 8. At number 7, we're going with Artis Gilmore, who's a card that I think kind of gets overlooked now, but if you locked this card in a couple months ago when he first came out, he's still a very viable center option. He's 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan, so he's got really good size, hot spots from both corners, elite interior and defensive badges. Needs a lot of badges added to him, I will say. Quick first step is one that I'd also add, that I would definitely add glue hands as well. That's 2. Ball stripper is 3. Sniper, limitless spot up is 4 or 5. Blinders and deadeye are 6 and 7, and then limitless takeoff. And you could go chef or something for that 8th badge. But 88 speed and excel is pretty good, especially on a 7'2" player. Not the highest with 3-point rating, but he does have a good jumper, and once you add the shooting badges, a 3-point shoe, things like that, it's really not an issue. Very good defender and dunker as well. Has elite size, like I said. Jump shot 1 on quick, though, is a solid release. It's not elite, but it's definitely not bad, and it is better than a jumper of a guy like Dikembe or Wilt or Shaq or somebody like that, who we will talk about later in the video. But he does have a really solid jumper, which is super nice, has elite size, and overall just a really good card. I still think Artis is very fun, very usable, and a very good option at the center position. Wilt is the guy that I'm going with at number 6, and I think some people would have Wilt higher than this. I personally don't like his release very much, like I've talked about with Dikembe, but he does have elite finishing badges, quick first step, and elite defensive badges. Defensive stats are all 90 plus, and the interior ones are all 95 plus, 99 rebounding, 95 speed and excel. Not the greatest shooter. He needs badges like blinders, deadeye, limitless spot up, sniper, maybe chef added to him to improve his shooting, but everything else is super complete. And once you add a shoe and a coach, it will still get that 3-pointer up into the high 80s, especially with the shooting badges added. he'll still be a solid shooter. Same release as Dikembe. It's not an elite release. I don't love the release, and that's my biggest complaint with the card. Quick dribble style is good. It does give him better playmaking than almost any center on this list, but the release holds the card back, and I think release is super important on a card, and he doesn't quite give me enough as a playmaker or something like that to make up for it, to put him up into the top 5. Still a solid card though, and he does deserve a spot pretty high on the list. Kristaps is the guy that I'm going with at number 5. Another guy who I think could get an invincible card that would absolutely be an absolutely elite power forward or center, depending on if he can play the power forward position. But he's 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, so he's got exceptional size. Hot spots are everywhere. 27 hops include a ton of shooting badges, which kind of sets him apart from these other guys, because none of these other guys have all these tons of elite shooting badges. Does have some good interior defensive badges as well. Not as complete defensively as some of the other cards, but he is a solid defender. Defensive stats are also solid. Good rebounder. He has elite size, which helps make up for the lack of elite defensive badges or stats, but he's got solid. He's solid in that area. 95 shot 3, good dunker, decent speed, has Brook Lopez release on quick as well, which is a very solid big man release, kind of like a guy like D-Rob. I'm a big fan of the release. Really smooth, easy to green, has a high release, which makes him very tough to contest, especially at 7'3" as well. And like I said, his size helps make up for the, I wouldn't say inadequacies, but not elite defensive stats and badges. His size really helps make up for that, as well as on the rebounding, and he is a very, very good center option. Still top 5 in the game for me. Dirk is the guy I'm going with at number 4, and I know most people consider Dirk a power forward, and I do too. Obviously, he was a power forward for the majority of his career in real life, but he is 7'1" with a 7'3" wingspan, so he's got the size to play center. Hot spots from everywhere. 65 hops include, I mean, he's an invincible card. Like, the only hops that he doesn't have that would be nice to have would be some playmaking badges, but really, he comes with every defensive hop as well. 99 stats on almost everything, and everything else is 96, 97, or 98. Comes with the Dirk release on very quick, which is much better than I thought it was going to be. Dirk's release has been questionable in years past, but on very quick, it's actually solidly quick and really, really smooth and easy to green. Fundamental dribble style and Kobe size aren't the greatest playmaking sigs, but with his playmaking badges as well as his elite speed, I still feel like he playmakes better than the vast majority of centers in the game, and obviously is a knockdown shooter and a really good defender as well. Having an invincible card this low at number 4 might seem a little questionable to y'all. I don't think he plays as elite as the top 3 guys at the center position in terms of his rebounding and defense, but he's a really, really good card and definitely still deserves to be in the top 4. At number 3, we got power within Kareem AbdulJabbar, and Kareem is just a card. He's so good in 2K every year. I love Kareem cards. Basically in my in-game lineup every single year, and this year is probably going to be no different. 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan, who's got good size. Hot spots from both corners. 25 hops include a ton of interior badges, quick first step, and a ton of defensive badges as well. Needs shooting badges added to him, as well as the limitless takeoff badge. I'd add limitless spot up, sniper, blinders, chef, and deadeye. But once you add those badges, he's really complete. The 79 shot 3 is a little questionable, but with those shooting badges added with the shoe and the coach, you're getting that up into the 90s. And then you have to remember with him, he has an elite release, which guys like Wilt and Dikembe, who are also somewhat questionable shooters, don't have. He's got a really good release. Jump shot 21 on very quick, is fast, it's smooth, it's easy to green. It's just a really good big man release. Fundamental dribble style with the Kobe size. Again, not the most elite of playmaking, but with quick first step, his size and his speed, he can at least get the job done a little bit with the ball in his hands. I love Kareem. I feel like he's also one of the best defensive and rebounding centers in the game. He's got an elite player build. I think Kareem is absolutely elite in my team, and I definitely think he's top 3 in the game. I think you could even argue him at number 2, but I am going to put Invincible Shaq at number 2. Obviously, Shaq is a monster, 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan. It's got incredible size, hot spots from everywhere, 65 Hoffs. Only badge I would add to the card is the Chef badge. Every defensive badge on Hoff. Really great playmaking badges, really great shooting badges as well. 99 stats basically across the board as an invincible card. The problem with this card is the release. Shaq release on very quick is not that good. I would say it's on the level of the Wilt release, Dikembe release, things like that. But the quick dribble style with the Kobe size up gives him better playmaking than anybody on this list, especially with all of his Hall of Fame playmaking badges as well, which is super nice. And the 99 stats, elite defensive, it will just badges all the way across the board. This card is so good on paper that the fact that I don't love the release kind of becomes a little bit of a side mark, and he is so incredible everywhere else that I still don't think I can put him any lower than number 2. But at number 1, we got Yao Ming. I feel like this is a pretty easy decision. Yao, while his stats and badges are not as impressive as a lot of the other centers, has a very low ball handling, 77 speed and excel, but what he does have going for him, first of all, is the fact that he's 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan. He's the tallest center in the game. Hot spots from everywhere. Ton of interior badge, as well as blinders, catch, corner specialist, limitless spot up, and sniper. Bullet passer, elite defensive badges on the interior. Can use badges like ball stripper, pick dodger, quick first step, ankle braces, unpluckable potentially. Limitless takeoff would be a good one, fast touch as well. So he needs badges added, but once you fully badge him, he is very complete. And his jumper is really good. Set shot 8 on very quick is super smooth. It's pretty quick and also very hard to contest, especially for a 7'6" tall guy. So you're going to get a lot of opens with him, which just makes him very easy to green with. His jumper is super easy to green. And honestly, with him being 7'6" as well, his dominance on the interior, both offensively and defensively, with his ability to mash, guard the mash, rebound, all those things sets him apart from every other center because of his elite size, as well as his elite defensive stats and badges. Overall, Yao is incredible. The fact that we have a 7'6" center who's the best masher in the game, the best interior defender and rebounder in the game, but also an absolute knockdown shooter and one of the best stretch fives in the game, just sets him apart from everybody else. Yao is so elite, easily my #1 center and one of the best cards in the game. So this is my ranking of the top 10 centers in my team right now. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comment section down below. Do you think I ranked anybody too high, too low, potentially left a card or two off this list that you think is really, really good and deserves to be a top 10 center? Let me know about all that in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.